welcome to Kaiba Health and Life. I'm your host, Kristen Wolosinovich, here with my beautiful co-host, Lisa Metropolis.
Thank you so much, Kristen. I am so excited to be here on the other end of this incredible Irish sandwich.
Well, you would have to be in the middle.
You would have to be in the middle. I know. I don't know where I was going with that.
But you know what?
I'm not a host and I'm not beautiful, but I'm here.
No, I will
with
tell
two most marvelous ladies on the face of the earth. God did good work.
Thank you so much. And we're so excited to have, like you said, Irishman, if you say it correctly, politician, leader, community activist, John Gleason, hashtag Johnny G. Hello, sir.
Boy, am I glad to be back here. This is one of my favorite spots.
It's so much fun, isn't it?
It's so small you can't get in trouble here. But
Wow.
we sure in the heck can try.
That's right.
We try.
Hey, I want to tell you, I'm so glad to be here because this is my month.
Okay,
For
talk to
a
us.
few reasons.
Well, that's why you're here as well.
April, Organ
Yes.
Donation Awareness Month.
Yes.
Those of you that haven't put your name on the registry, do it. I was really honored to be in Lansing. I wrote the law that says that you can become a donor at the
Yes.
Secretary of State's office.
Yes.
Well,
Show us your heart.
Yes, you were, that's why we do it. It's because of you. That was your brainchild. Tell us a little bit about your history and your health because you were key in the organ donation movement. You started it. Tell us about your personal health journey.
Well, one is a single person. Many make a movement. I was really blessed. I started interacting with many families, some right here in Flushing, Michigan, and throughout Genesee County.
Right.
Yes.
I had my transplant September 18th of 2001, but I knew I was going to have a transplant ever since.
What kind of transplant did you have?
I had a kidney transplant.
A kidney transplant.
But I knew since 1977, because of my nephritis, that I
had
was
to
going to
have.
I was going to have a kidney transplant one day.
Okay.
So our family, we jumped in full bore, and we started having a concert right here in the beautiful Riverview town of Flushing. This will be, I think, our
Michigan?
19th year having an organ donation concert to bring
Wow.
awareness to the issue and the shortage of life-saving gifts. It's been a marvelous part of my life. It became a vocation, and I've really interacted with many people that you never would.
Right.
This is a common thread. Everybody wants their life expanded, enhanced. They just really want their life, and we've been very fortunate. The bill that said "Show us your heart," it took a lot of work, but through some great advocacy by the Gift of Life, National Kidney Foundation,
Collaboration.
Council for the Blind, we did some marvelous work. And now when you go to the Secretary of State office for the last 10 years, you've been able to be a donor.
Right.
They ask you at the counter, and
Yes, they do.
we were blessed to have that become part of our process when we get our driver's license. We're just tickled to death with that passage.
And I will tell you, when I am getting my license, or even my daughters, when they first got their license, we were so excited. There's like some passion when you be able to check that box.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? There's something to be said when you're like, no brainer, yes. And it's not for everyone, and that's fair, but it is for a lot. So to be able to have that opportunity, it's you. You are part of the movement. You collaborated with some great organizations to put it in activation, but it's you. And I think too, like you said, you've connected when you had the transplant, something you knew was coming and you knew it was something in your future. But when you went through it, the whole process, and to come out, you have such a beautiful spirit and attitude about life in general. I think you provide what's a light and hope for people going through it, like, hey, it's going to be okay. I mean, do you feel like you serve that role?
I meet people that are living today because of the work that we did as a
Right.
team. Gary Gould. Who knows Gary Gould? He's the editor of the View newspaper.
The View, yep.
That is distributed throughout our county. He had a liver transplant a year ago. I think his was April or August 6th. A dear friend of ours, Deb Gustafson, who has worked with us with organ donation awareness, she received her kidney last fall. So we keep growing the list and the opportunities. It's, believe it or not, you can't believe the warmth and the just over-encompassing spirit that you become as a
just
donor.
part of it. Well, Lisa, I will say, just kind of him sitting in between us, think of the countless lives he has changed and saved.
Oh,
I mean, he's very
absolutely.
humble, but you said what you feel, that warmth, and what comes back to you is what you have put out there. You have changed probably millions
Absolutely.
of lives, John. So kudos to you. That's why it's so special that we have you on, because it's a really great friendship, and we appreciate you more than you'll ever know. So let's talk a little bit about some of your passion right now, some of your events, or what's happening in your life, John Gleason.
Boy, I
Talk
can't
to
hardly
us.
draw a breath. We have a lot going on, and I'm so tickled that we work with just the most marvelous folks. And you ladies, your team here are a big part of that. We, yesterday, tax day, what a day to have a deadline, right?
Yeah.
The
I do
IRS and
Lisa
the
does
Johnny
taxes.
Gleason.
I do taxes. It's
Li-
my
this
side
is-
hustle,
listen,
and I can't.
John, this is a positive show. Okay, we're gonna skip right over that.
Okay.
No,
But yes, you're
we
right.
Hear you.
Yesterday's
Yes,
tax.
we hear you.
Give out a scholarship. We
Okay.
started, my lovely wife and I had a conversation that we have been so blessed we have to do more for others. So we started the nonprofit, the Gleason Community Fund.
Okay.
And once again this year, yesterday was the deadline.
Okay.
We reach out to the high schools and homeschooled children across our county.
Okay.
And they must write a essay
Okay,
about why organ donation is important.
in general.
Wow.
And last
And it's
year,
open across the board, right?
all seniors, we want them to go into medical field.
Okay.
So
Any
that's
medical
why
field
we
that's
want
open.
to.
Okay.
We know that the two major reasons for kidney disease, renal failure, is hypertension
Okay.
and diabetes. So if we can help fund a young person to go into school, offset some of the cost to become a doctor, a nurse, or whatever, then we're going to do it. But the deadline was yesterday, April 15th, same
Of
day you're
course, you
supposed to
had
get
it.
your taxes in
because
there.
it's just forcing you to get things done, right?
So
Is that why
we-
you picked that date?
Yeah, it's a good
You're
day.
reading your
Everybody knows. So anyways, we have our
It's not a good day, but okay.
entrance. The contestants are
Mm-hmm.
all in now. And then we have some marvelous judges.
Great. So,
And they
okay,
will
let me
pick the
ask
winners.
questions. So it's an essay that they've submitted, and then you have people that are reading it. And how many winners?
Well, what we do, we have 3 judges, and we are just so blessed that the people in our county, they give us money to the nonprofit. And
3 judges,
the first place winner gets,
winter, spring,
they
summer, and
get
fall.
$1,500.
Oh wow.
What?
And the second place winner gets 5,000. Third place winner gets 250. And I give you my word, there were
I'm going to correct you because you said so 1,500 and then 500, correct?
Yeah,
for
and then
second place,
250.
And then
250.
Okay. Yep.
And so how many judges are there?
3.
And how many essays do they have to go through?
I
How many
can't
did
tell
you get in this
I
year?
stay out to the whole.
Okay. But I'm
But I'm
because
sure
it's
there's quite
under
a bit.
Oh, there
yeah,
is.
So
Yeah.
that's a lot of reading. So that's
Yeah,
great.
it's good,
The
but,
judges. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna let you
so-
talk. Maybe.
Then we have a great celebration at Hurley. That's where I had my transplant. So we want to keep that association.
When is that?
That will be May 6th.
Okay, I'm just writing these
At
down.
noon.
So
At
May
noon.
6th.
Hopefully you can come there.
at noon.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah.
you will see some of the greatest talented young kids that you would
What
ever
time? What time?
We run from 11:30 to 1.
Okay, and where will it be at Hurley? Will it be in the
That's
main
little
lobby?
conference, the conference center up there. I think it's on the 2nd floor.
Okay, very good. And then, I'm sorry, I'm just going to ask a couple questions on the second floor. So you celebrate why organ donation is so important, and is there some key resources that you would recommend for someone who is going through needing an organ donation?
Well, we are everywhere. Like I mentioned, we do the concert. We're at Mott College every year promoting organ donation. We do sign-ups at my county clerk's office. I go to a Secretary of State branch office every month signing up potential donors. So we keep in front of the eye of the public. Now, this is what's really, I think, important. I've asked the Board of Commissioners this year if they will allow us to put a living tree on county property, the courthouse.
Okay.
And it's an important, significant site because that's where the birth certificates go and that's where the death certificates go.
Right.
So we're in the process of planting. We want a living tree. And we want those that have donated and those that have received to be at that celebration on May 6th. We think that will be a
love that.
significant site.
Significant
bridge.
isn't the word.
Yeah, what a bridge.
It
Yeah.
is. It's such a representation of anything amazing in the world and life. That represents life. I mean, giving people chances and hope and second and third and fourth and fifth chances. So
What people don't realize, you pick up a newspaper or you watch Channel 12, the deaths in the area.
we try not to watch that, but I get you.
We have increased the need over the last 4 years. 18 people used to die a day waiting for the gift. Now it's gone to 22 because of diabetes and
Oh,
hypertension.
the increase of
increase.
that
But
demographic.
Day
Okay.
after day after day, you see the deaths in the obituaries, and if those folks would just reconsider and become a donor,
Well, can I ask a
what in
question?
the world
though?
are they taking them organs with them for? We have people that could use them.
Can I ask this question real quickly, though? I don't disagree with those numbers. I think that makes sense in terms of our obesity numbers and what we're looking at as far as type 1, type 2 diabetes, type 2 mostly, right? But my question is, does the internet or social media or does that help in bridging the gap between finding a donor quickly or quicker than perhaps prior to us having that? Does it aid in that?
Not really. It's a national registry.
Okay.
If you sign up, say you go down to the Super Center on Fenton and Hill Road,
Okay.
and you become a donor, you get your heart designation to
Right.
be a donor. Your organs can go to any of the 50 states.
Okay, it's
They
not
don't
state
stay locally
specific.
here.
Right.
They
It's
go
not state
anywhere.
specific.
So what
Okay.
you're saying, there's an uptick in number, and it's so important for people because there is probably a population that doesn't fill out that organ donation. We need to fill it out. Everyone does.
Two things were very tangible in increasing the names. When I first became a state rep back in 2003, people were just dying there was no excuse for the rate people were dying waiting for a gift. We had 600,000 names
Okay.
on the Michigan registry. We were dead last. Our office, great staff, good team. We wrote the bill where the family could not veto your choice to donate. If you were over 18 years old, you
it's your
could
decision.
give your gift. You could not be vetoed by a family member.
Right.
Then we passed the bill, Show Us Your Heart. And we have blossomed from 600,000 names on the Michigan State Registry
Yes.
to 4.5 million.
Wow. That's
So
incredible.
it's growing and it's growing, but the need is not keeping
There's
up.
still more.
There's
And
still need
and
more.
I will just say real quickly, there was a young woman who was just in a car accident in Goodrich, and she was 17, 18 years old, and what a massive loss to the community. It was really overwhelming. I felt it just having kids my same age, and it was during a snowstorm in the morning, and they still had school. You know, there was still school, and that's our biggest concern, right? I mean, these administrators, God bless them, because they have to make these decisions, and we had a very Arctic winter, and these kids, you know, they had a lot of time off, and it's a very hard decision, but she long story short, passed away. She was in a car accident, single, she lost control, and 6 of her organs went to 6 different people, and it's crazy.
That's called a hero.
That's a hero. That's a shero.
You know, your grief, if you love someone, your grief cannot be enhanced. It can be no greater than your limit of grief. It doesn't matter if you lose a young lad or a daughter in war or if you lose them in a car wreck. You have lost
It's pretty
that
intense across
family
the
member.
board. Yes.
So do the next best thing.
Give
Take
life.
those gifts and give them to another living human being so your family member can continue
To live. Yes.
So we say in our business, we say give so others can live. But a couple of things now, we're just so vigorous in our effort.
We know you are. And that's why we
We,
love you. Because those numbers, I mean, even going from that small number to now, I mean, every year it's exponential. And your efforts, we hear you, and we will help compound that and scream from the mountaintops how important this is.
We have a Donation Nation road race.
Okay.
And we hope you girls come
When
out.
is it?
It is
I'm probably
August
going to win
3rd.
it in the 90 plus
August
female
3rd.
category. Do you have a 90
It's
plus
at
female
Genesis,
category?
okay?
Gory?
Now that is for organ donation awareness.
Okay. We're
And
there.
Because we
Yep.
keep
I'm sprinting it.
collaborating. We keep collaborating in our efforts. This year we are joining up with a fabulous family. We all remember Buddy. Brandon Miller, the young lad that passed away
Yes.
with the inoperable brain tumor. We're going to collaborate on the road race this year with the Miller and McDonald family. And we're going to have the race
Yay.
at Genesis.
It's awesome. Well, that's the other
wonderful.
thing, John.
August 3rd, don't forget it.
August 3rd, mark your calendar. And
Yeah.
don't you think, Lisa, that's why we love Johnny G so much as well, is he's a massive connector, aggregator, collaborator
Yeah.
on all things beautiful.
Alligator. I was playing
You're Gaelic.
Scrabble. I was playing Scrabble. Okay, that's what we have going,
Okay.
and we
keep
want you to
going.
support
Yes.
us.
They will.
Now, I see the time's clicking.
Yes. Let's go.
All right. Another super topic. Actually, it's very related because we have too many deaths regarding spousal abuse.
Yes, and I know you work heavily in the domestic violence
This
arena.
is Organ Donation Awareness Month,
Yes.
but it's also Spousal Abuse Awareness Month, same month. So we have to do better. You guys did such a great job. You wrote an article a few years ago on the work that our office is doing, that we
You did great.
have just a magnificent relationship with the YWCA.
I was going to
Yeah.
say the Y does tremendous work
And
in this
the,
field as well.
Women's Abuse Center, Heidi McCara. They've had a few directors since then, but Heidi and our office worked together. The poor ladies were coming in, and they were just beat beyond recognition. You
And they
couldn't
needed a
believe,
safe. They
They
needed
were
a
coming
safe
into
house.
to the clerk's office. They were
which
coming.
they
were
should have
coming.
never come to.
Exactly, and they didn't
Never
know any better. This is so important to reiterate. Thank you for saying
We
this.
don't need them to come to the clerk's
Right.
office.
Go to the Y, right?
Right.
They
Go
provide
get
a
your
safe,
help. Go get your help.
place. So,
So
wow.
we received a state award actually earlier, and it was because of the interface with the technology between the abuse center and the county clerk's office. Leslie Raleigh, our chief of staff, did a marvelous job with that. She has a rough background. When she was a young wife,
She
had some
understands
troubles,
that.
so she understood it. And what's unique, it's our money doesn't cost Genesee County taxpayers because it's a VOCA grant, Victim of Crime Act. We're the only county, if you can believe it, 83 counties in
83
Michigan,
counties.
and how many thousands across America.
It's a
But
free
we're the
service.
only county, and we have pushed and we pushed to try to get other counties to incorporate this. And we just feel so
Passionate.
disappointed. We feel so disappointed that other counties, when I get back on my feet, we're going to Traverse City, and we're going to meet with Marcia Heller.
Okay.
You probably know that name, come Heller High Water.
There we
Hell and High
go.
Water.
There we
His
go.
beautiful wife, she's the director up in Traverse City at the
Yep.
youth center. so
Okay. Very
We're
good.
going to go up there and incorporate that up there. And also, we are going to meet with Lori Martin. She is the county clerk up in Isabella, and
There we
she's
go.
excited about joining us.
So there's a lot of
I'm
advocacy.
hearing, and I'm
Yeah.
hearing, there's a lot of movement and activation, and
Yeah.
I'm hearing that they're making things happen. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly right. With the Y, it's all free services, and it is provided by the grant and the funding. And now what John's looking to do is expand that because it should be a service provided
The
really
VOCA.
across the nation.
The
So-
VOCA Act.
the VOCA.
Yeah.
Yep. So, okay, we love you.
Thank
John
you.
Gleason. Like we said, Johnny G, the infamous. No, that's the wrong
Notorious.
word. Notorious.
Notorious.
Johnny G,
Yeah, notorious.
Definitely.
politician, leader, community activist, mover and shaker, organ receiver, right?
Recipient.
Recipient. That is
From
the
my,
right.
my sister Rita donated to me, so it was actually a living donor.
Beautiful. And
Hey,
then,
you guys are fabulous. You guys do some good work.
well, we try.
Thank you.
The town
I-
crier.
We
The
try.
town crier.
We try, but we love and adore you as always. And listen, look for upcoming articles on John's work in Kaiba. The upcoming Kaiba Health and Life magazine, it's absolutely amazing. As I don't even have to say this, Lisa, we already know he'll come back on.
Oh, I can't wait. It's always just such a great day when you come on.
It really
Most dangerous
is.
place in
the
Genesee County is
most
between Johnny
dangerous.
Gleason and the camera.
We
Most
love you,
dangerous.
John Gleason.
The
thank
Sullivans,
you.
for God's
Woo,
sake.
big ups to the Sullivans and Big Ed, who just recently passed away. We love you, Lisa. John Gleason, thank you. Lisa Metropolis, as always, thank you. Big thank you to our viewers and listeners. I'm your host, Kristen Willisonovich. This has been Kaiba Health and Life.